Hi Cliff fans, and welcome once again to another one of my top 10 Cliff rated polls. And this time I'm going to do what I reckon is the top 10 most underrated Cliff songs. I was going to just do album songs, B-sides, I was going to include everything. And then I realised that Cliff has recorded some amount of songs, like there's absolutely thousands. Now this book here contains all Cliff's recording from 1958 to 2010, and then he's recorded quite a bit since then. And this already features thousands of songs. I must get an up-to-date version of this book actually. But so what I've done to cut it down to 10, I've just focused on the singles. What Cliff has actually released on single, which I think has been very underrated. So here we go, top 10. At number 10, I have a great song that Hank Marvin wrote in the early 70s. He was writing a lot of good songs for Cliff. Probably the best known song he wrote for Cliff was The Day I Met Marie. He wrote a couple of really good songs, London's Not Too Far, The Dreams I Dream. But he wrote this one in, I think, 71, 72, and it's called The Joy of Living. And I just love the song. I love how Cliff sings it. Hank plays guitar on it, so it's considered a duet for some reason. Even though Hank featured on all the Shadows stuff, this one is still considered a duet because it's just Cliff and Hank. But The Joy of Living, if you haven't heard it, go and hear it. It's a fabulous song. Number 9 is another Hank Marvin song I've chose here. And this one was also covered by Olivia Newton-John, who done a great version as well. And it's called Silvery Rain. Now, Cliff did feature this in the 1992 tour. Yeah, Access All Areas tour. That was the last time I think Cliff sang it, and it's like he'd done a kind of up-to-date version. Well, it was up-to-date at the time. And it just sounded fresh. It still sounded like a good song. So, Silvery Rain. Number 8, I have the first of the kind of religious type songs in my top 10. And this one is a rocker song. It's called Yes He Lives. And it's from the fantastic album that Cliff recorded in the late 70s, 1978, Small Corners. And Yes He Is was written by Terry Britton, who also wrote, I mentioned before, he wrote Devil Woman, Carrie, Rise Up. It's some fantastic songs. This is, I think, because of the religious connotation, I think probably stopped this being a hit, but I don't know why, because this is a fantastic record. Number 7 is another one of those religious connotation songs, and you can't get more religious than this, than to have a song with the title Jesus. Now, I wasn't really big on this song when I was a kid. I don't know why, because I was trying to be cool or something, but if you actually listen to the record, it's absolutely fantastic. Cliff is singing right from his heart, which he always does, but this is a fantastic recording. The production is incredible. So, Jesus, I recommend you go and listen to that one. Number 6 is from another one of my favourite albums called Every Face Tells a Story, 1977. And it's a song I think that Cliff actually loved at the time, and he probably wished it was a bigger hit. And it's called When Two Worlds Drift Apart. And it's such a beautiful song. And yeah, what a song. If you haven't heard that one in a while, go back and listen to it again. It's just fantastic. Cliff sings it perfect. Number 5, I think it was 1970s. So nearly all these songs are the 70s. Cliff did, I think, record a lot of underrated songs in the 70s. You only really remember the 70s, really, with Cliff. Apart from fans, we remember everything, but most people only think of Cliff in the 70s. They think of Devil Woman, Miss Unites, We Don't Talk Anymore, and that's about it. But he had some fantastic recordings, a lot of great album tracks, a lot of great B-sides. But as I say, I'm going to just focus on the A-sides. So I have this one, it's from 1970, and I just love this track, and it's called I Ain't Got Time Anymore. And it's the words are just fantastic. I know it was a cover. I can't think who actually done the original, but Cliffrichard is just fantastic, and it's Cliff singing about I ain't got time anymore. He's absolutely fed up because she doesn't want to know him. He doesn't want to know anything. He's fed up with the world. He's fed up with everything. He doesn't want to even get out of bed because she doesn't care anymore. So I actually love that song. Number four, I think this is actually a fan favorite. I think some fans actually do love this song. It wasn't a big hit, and the reason why it's in my top 10 is because I haven't heard Cliff ever singing this in concert. I think the last known live recording of it was 1974, which was the year he actually recorded it. And it's called You Keep Me Hanging On. And it's such a lovely country feel song, and I love it, and I wish Cliff would sing it on tour. Number three, Like You Keep Me Hanging On, is another song that Cliff did actually feature this on the Here and Now tour. When was that? 2005 or 2006? Around that time. Was the last time he recorded this. I know he actually loves this song and wishes it had been a bigger hit, because he said it in interviews. And it's Hey Mr. Dreammaker. And what a fantastic song. And it's again from that fabulous album, Every Face Tells a Story. Now, number two, I'm going right back to the start again, where I had number 10 was a Hank Marvin song. Number 2 is a Hank Marvin song as well. And this song, believe it or not, was Hank actually originally wrote it for Jimi Hendrix. And Jimi Hendrix didn't ever record it. I don't know why, but maybe he couldn't get it to Jimi Hendrix. But it would have been fantastic for Jimi Hendrix to cover a Hank Marvin song. That would have been fantastic. But Jeff Beck did a great version of it. But I think Cliff does the best version of it, and it's Throw Down the Line. And again, Hank features on guitar, so it's considered a duet, Cliff and Hank. And it actually featured on the Two's Company album. A lot of people are probably wondering, why is that on it? But yeah, it's considered a duet, so Throw Down the Line. And number one it's probably the only one from Throw Down the Line was 69, but from the 70s era. And this one is from 2009. And the reason why I have it, 2008 actually. It's Singing the Blues with the Shadows. And I have it as number one because I just couldn't believe this wasn't a hit. I mean, this is Cliff and the Shadows back together after 30 plus years. And they're recording a single. They have it out. We don't have the excuse that it was only available for download, because it was available on single. And I went and bought the single, but I don't know why people didn't actually get on board with the single. I think it was 30 something, somewhere reached between 30 and 40 anyway. But I was expecting this to really be a top 10 hit. This Cliff and the Shadows back. I was thinking, wow, this is Cliff. This is like the Beatles, Free as a Bird. This is Cliff and the Shadows back together again, and it wasn't a hit. So I'm still kind of annoyed that wasn't a bigger hit, because I would have loved to see it go to number one, and or even top 10. So that's my top 10. I'll just read them real quick again. 10, Joy of Living. 9, Sylvie Rain. 8, Yes He Lives. 7, Jesus. 6, When Two Worlds Drift Apart. 5, I Ain't Got Time Anymore. 4, You Keep Me Hanging On. 3, Hey Mr. Dreammaker. 2, Throw Down the Line. And 1, Singing the Blues. Now, maybe I'll do another top 10 soon of singles, but of album tracks. I mean, that was singles, but of album tracks that I reckon are underrated. But it'd be just a huge list. I think it would be way too big, so it'd be very hard to narrow it down to 10. But I might give it a go anyway. And I hope this was interesting. Leave your comments below, and have a great day. Thank you.